Talk about something I saw in a video the other day. It's these, yeah. These are called insulation displacement connectors. They are not for electricians, they're for linesmen. What happens is, you see there, look, see that hole that's where my nose is? That's where the main cable goes. And then you see that hole where that gooey white liquids come out? That's where your tap-off cable goes. And what these are designed for is these are designed to go around a piece of cable, and then it's called an insulation displacement connector because a little blade pierces through the insulation and connects to the conductor inside. And then in that little hole you put another piece of cable which effectively taps off the main cable in an unfused manner to allow you to do what they call live line tapping on overhead lines. Those overhead lines also have to be made out of a certain type of cable, and that cable is called ABC cable, aerial bundled cable. I've just dropped the fucking thing, but I'm not going to take of this now. So they are quite a good idea. In fact, they're an excellent idea for what they're for. For the aerial bundled cable, the ABC cable designed for, they're great because you ain't got to disconnect the power supply. You can put them on live. It's full of Vaseline, which is the white goo that's coming out to keep it all protected. However, these have absolutely no place on the meter side of an installation. So these have got absolutely no place where BS 7671 applies. You cannot use these. The IET even put out a memo saying these were banned. So if you see any EV charging points, because they're the people that pick these up off the scrap heap, if you see EV charging points tapped off mains meter tails with these, they're no good. There's nothing wrong with them for their intended use. They're made by a company called Enster, who make very high quality cabling systems and things like that. So there's nothing wrong with their intended use. However, they have no place on the consumer side of electrical installation. I actually spotted these out in the wild about 2 years ago. Some EV company found them in the catalogue and started using them. Then a few other EV companies picked it up and started copying it. And I was firm about saying about these that they are not suitable for that. I was consulting saying they're not suitable. I was saying they weren't suitable all the time. I was putting stuff out there saying they weren't suitable. People were telling me I'm wrong. Then eventually a few months ago, I think about 6 months ago, the IET put a memo out saying they're banned. So yeah, if you see them, they're definitely a code 1 on an EICR. They are for up poles, not in cupboards under stairs and that. So yeah, insulation displacement connectors. Don't use any insulation displacement connectors generally on the consumer side of a electrical installation, unless you're really old, you remember vampire plugs for lights.